And Kyle Conrady, as well a three-time Big 12 Special Teams Player of the Week, is always a threat once the offense crosses midfield. After winning the toss and deferring, the Cyclones kick it away. Jaron Hamilton trapped inside his 10 as two penalty markers rain down. 23 years of age, throws down the line. A little bit of breathing room up near the 10-yard line. Again, no Jordan Tyson, one of the nation's best receivers, missing again this week with a hamstring injury. So we'll see. Gain of 4 now out of the pistol for second down 6. We expect a lot of QB run. They cave down that right side. And this is where Sims can be special. Caleb Bacon wraps up a tackle. It's 14 yards on the turf.
A great escort on the perimeter. The pulling left tackle. Josh Atkins out in space, flattening cornerbacks. And you mentioned
his last win as a starter, October of 22. He was with Georgia Tech back then. Raleigh Brown, second in the conference in rushing behind BYU's L.J. Martin. 5 to go on third down. Opening possession of the game, Jeff Sims in empty. Design QB run, and the Cyclones had it all the way with Cooper Ebel doing his homework, a loss of 2.
Had 4 receivers out to the side to try and clear out the box, and he just beat the pulling guard to the point of attack. You had Maxie Honachor, it looked like actually coming from tackle.
But this feels like a Carson Hansen type game. They feed him with the first. Look at that knockback right through the alley and into ASU territory. But off a career day, Hansen hits a big one early.
Power eye straight down the middle of this defense. Arizona State likes to get upfield and make plays, but Iowa State resetting the line of scrimmage up front. Jim Boniface, one of the leaders of this team at center, clearing lanes up to the second level. A great start for the Cyclones.
Offensive coordinator Post Harvis helps you out
big time.
Second drive for Sims, and a flag comes in after a missed field goal from Iowa State to begin this Week 10 contest. Sims, a top 5 portal quarterback about 2 years ago, able to spot his tight end above the 25-yard line and struggling for more. Shimon Mateer. Rocco Becht making an adjustment from the shotgun. At the mesh point, he gives Hansen for a couple and a flag right at the point of attack. Carson Brown, the motion man. Part of the pattern for Becht. He rips this in, and that's Cox for first down yardage at the 30 of ASU.
Pitch and catch with this quarterback. Those long arms get put to work.
Another inbreaker from the left side. This one belongs to Brown, who last week against BYU had a couple of catches. His first grab since way back in week 3. Becht spreading the wealth. Will hand off here. Run down the middle. Tripped up by Watley. 3rd and 6 left in the red zone. Becht sets up the screen. Hansen. Oh, great play in space. Javen Robinson shuts it down. It's 30. For the first points of week 10. And this one he nails. Opted not to go back in the portal once, Levitt's prowess was clear. To find himself in 3rd and long again as Zamir Hawk wraps up a tackle.
This defense playing up near the line of scrimmage, trying to force the offensive line to make quick decisions.
She's been brutal on 3rd down this season, though they have been great on 4th down. From the pocket, dealing middle, and he hits. A 3rd down conversion to Shimon Mateer for 15 yards.
Great job once again. Awesome pickup in the back here. Watch Raleigh Brown, a great part involved in this pass protection scene. For all the great things he does as a running back, adept receiver out of the backfield, incredibly slippery player in the open field. I think his
duck underneath that fastball as well.
Won't it?
Pitch back. Little flea flicker here. Some spinning one. And a tough catch made by McClain. Last week he had the most receiving yards by any ASU player this season. All from left formation last week. 3rd drive and the best drive so far for Arizona State. And this is what they want. Sims downhill, right in front of Jeff Sims. Deepest drive of the day for the SunDevils. as the sun breaks through here in Ames, and Relief Brown around the right side. Red zone opportunity for six-year quarterback Jeff Sims with lead blockers. Stacked up and twisting off Cyclones below the 5. No, I asked Kenny Dillingham this week. The lefty now from 35 on the road. And he stripes it. 3 up in Ames in a rematch of the Big 12 championship game.
Big body pass coverage.
Cyclones spread out from empty. Bouncing in the pocket. Rocco takes off. And hits the sideline at the 35-yard line with a shove from Jordan Crook. Final seconds of the first. Hansen, some nifty feet. He's close to the line to gain. And he's yet to play a league game. Again to the air. Rocco Betts hit as he throws. Finds Bramer. A flag comes in as he approaches the line to gain. Adamant to us that if his team runs the table, they can still make it to Arlington. Sprint draw. Abu Sama. Tornadic to the 25. The junior from Des Moines, spelling Carson Hansen.
Much more known with Tyler Moore in the backfield as the fullback.
Fake the toss, sprint out. Rocco Betts exhausting his progression, turns it up and punches it in. '19th career rushing touchdown for Rocco Betts. Season for the junior from Wesley Chapel, Florida. Rocco Betts trying to snap the streak on his home field in Ames.
That's such a big part with Levitt in the game usually.
Take the handoff to Relief Brown. Hit the tight end in the flats. Mateer with authority to the 25. And a 3-receiver set. Get an access throw to last week's star, Malik McClain, who made one miss and takes it into Iowa State territory.
Recognition by Sims, you're going to see, looked like a cornerback blitz from this side. Replaces where the pressure's coming from, the rotations late coming over, and then a great play run after catch by McClain.
Before last week, he had 6 receptions for 51 yards, 7 for 159 against Houston alone. Another drive into plus territory for Sims. Stands up to throw. Drives one. Cuts. Moss inside the 10. Stepping into greater opportunity.
And another play where we see them use the threat of Jeff Sims as a runner. He's got the ball tucked away. And the same play that drew the flag down in the red zone for Shimon Mateer a couple drives ago now produces the big play that gets them down on the doorstep.
Finding his friends, right? The coaching staff told us he's on this drive. The most recent for 38 yards. Now Sims goes to work, and he answers with a QB rushing touchdown of his own.
Well, they faked the fake on that one. We saw them go for the play action sell before. And they just decided to let their big 220-pound quarterback
This sideline lit up for Sims.
Howard, thank you very much. Getting skinny through the hole. Carson Hansen drills for 8. Back surveying pre-snap and gives. Jordan Crook jumped on Hansen's back, but was not able to prevent him from refreshing the downs. Poncho's pulled out here at Jack Trice. Rain falls as they hit the handoff out on the perimeter. Xavier Townsend with that carry. Sims and Brown in the pistol, down the line throw. Put it in the hands of Jalen Moss, who gets a block and stumbles into Cyclone territory. They mark him out.
Getting to the perimeter and having a mobile quarterback, huge for that group.
Down the line. Relief Brown, a speed to the perimeter and extending the football. Looking for a first. The SunDevils surge appears to be enough. Another road start. His 3rd as a SunDevil. He's got a new first down in plus territory. Brown takes the handoff. Dodging traffic and bumper cars down to the 30. 2nd and 5 from empty. Gets the kick out block. Following his bigs for a new first down all the way below the 20 to the 18-yard line. 5-minute mark, 8th play of the drive. This one down the seam for a touchdown. Shimon Mateer with an 18-yard score. Week in a row, they're down at Jack Trice Stadium. Shimon Mateer has the SunDevils on the high side. For 45 yards through the air. They move his launch point. I think this is what you just hinted at, Mike. Let's find a way to get it to Brett Eskelson, who sparked last week's game with us so far in our trip to Ames. Here comes the blitz. Throw behind it. Mateer just scored a touchdown, and now he moved the sticks. Spilled at the 38-yard line. He put to the test here on a short field with Rocco Becht going right to it. That one was heat-seeking. Couple of tight ends left. Two receivers split out right. Back to the air. In his own zip code. Ben Bramer. Touchdown. Cyclones.
Yeah, take a look. Two tight ends over here, but Bramer on the line of scrimmage. And you're going to see big bodies, hard run cell up front, and a great pull by Rocco Becht. That's the conflict they put you in. They get big, and then they run small plays. They get those targets loose downfield. And we've talked about Becht being a little erratic.
It was 7 makes from beyond 50 yards. Let's see if they can get him in position. Malik Brown tops the very run you previewed. Starts the drive with at least 10. David Coffey.
Potential opportunity before the half.
High snap. Stick it on the ground. Make them tackle Malik Brown, which they do. Have a half. Cooper Ebel. The Iowa State timeout. Jeff Sims. He's going to launch. Tips. Picks. The Cyclones take it away. Marcus Neal on the return, and he's down with seconds remaining.
Back-to-back drives. Empty, plenty of time in the pocket. And Sims just cuts it loose into the middle of John Haycock's defense. That 3-3-5 playing on a string all together on that back end. And coming up, that ball's tipped. You got to have it going the other way. And now, an interesting situation. So you've got one timeout left, about 8 seconds. And so you've got a chance to get one more play off, try and get yourself a little better opportunity.
Rocco Becht looking for 8 on 3rd down. Unloads. So well, turns it up quickly. Let's see if this stands. There's a flag down as he's knocked out shy of midfield. Sun starting to crack through again as Becht sets the laces. Dodges traffic. And the SunDevils get home. 2 converge on the quarterback.
Over on the left side, you're going to watch Kongaika get the party started with the win here and clear the way for him coming back from the inside. Wins over the top. And then shows up to clean up the trash. Great execution of that all-up look that turns into a 4-man rush, but creates some isolated pockets for one-on-one matchups and get the win there.
Sims hops behind a block and rides the surge to the 5. He's got a 3rd down opportunity, and I think this will be an early indication of the Cyclones at the end of their first possession of this second half, pinning Sims and the SunDevils deep. Run all the way, barreling over defender. He gets the 11, average starting field position, and despite that, the SunDevils with the lead on the boot. Mateer's been their best weapon, and he slips. 3rd down. Sims needs 4. Ow, the double door's open, and he's off to the races. Jeff Sims, exit velocity. Touchdown ASU. 88 yards on the house call.
You take a look and fields the snap. That tackle pull's been a staple all day. Honachor coming from right to left. But when you had quads to the right, so you had 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, and a bunch all the way out to the left. So the defense has to make a choice. They covered those guys down because for ASU, that's been a staple for them. Get the ball on the perimeter, try and create an extended run. And now, we talked all day about the other side. Iowa State putting them in a mismatch.
Boy, they're trying to watch the hamstring of maybe the top receiver in the country. 18 pass attempts for Rocco, 19 carries for the run game.
high risk, high reward.
Sims able to catch his breath. He's going to let Malik Brown work. He hits a crease and turns a corner. The rushing attack of ASU taking over in this third frame. 25 more for Malik Brown.
That's where he's at his best right there. He's a glider working to the outside. And I always say good runs happen when the offensive line blocks well. Great ones happen when you have the wide receivers working the way they are in that.
A yard shy of midfield is where they hit third down and 10. Rush arrives. Sims escapes. Needs to make one miss. Instead takes a seat. He's not been able to find them so far today. They chip away with the running game. And good to see Carson Hansen back in the mix for the Cyclones. More motioning in that right slot. Comes to a two-point stance. Here's a chunk run. Hansen for the 26. Strong rights, and they run behind it. Well blocked. A stiff arm, and Hansen nearly got away. 17.
You got that trade from left to right over on this side, and you just get to duo right up the gut. You can hit play and go on this, but everyone crashing downhill, opening up that seam and that side, and that trade last minute, taking all the tight ends from one side to the other, forces the defense to move, adjust, make calls, and then try and get their feet underneath them at the snap to go and handle these big bodies at the point.
Translate
to get downhill, keep his shoulders square.
It's Hansen's favorite concept. He gives way. Substitute at running back. Lee stays in the game as the tailback. Offsets. Rocco back to pass. With pressure in his face, on target, so well reels it in. Lee in the backfield. Kramer, he's got a touchdown in motion. Rocco to the right side. Tumbles to the 2. A couple of field goals and extra points from 35. Conradi. High snap. Did not flinch. It's been the story of the losing streak. Can they snap it here against Sims and the SunDevils? Nearly escape again. Will settle for the 38-yard line and a scamper of 13. Malik Brown to the left side. Taking hits for 9. Brown stays in the game, out of the pistol. Second down short. Waits for his blocks to lead him to midfield. First down, Arizona State. You called it. Sims a block against the grain. Into plus territory, but still 8 left on the bone, maybe 9. Hunting another one today against the SunDevils. Good protection here, he checks it down. Third down upcoming. They begin a new possession from the Cyclone 40. Pocket punctured. Sims gets out the side door and tiptoes for several more. Jeff Sims has already scored from 88. This one good for 15.
Ran just past the outstretched arms of the looping.
This 3-man front. SunDevil trying to run around it. Brown bouncing into trouble. Looks like we'll see orange anytime soon. Sims on the keeper. Steps to a would-be tackler. And is back near the 22-yard line. Left of Beck. Alexander motions to the widest left. Off the play fake. Beck tracked down from behind and sacked. Justin Watley. -10 and a long third down upcoming.
It's a great one-on-one win from Watley over here on the left side, matched up with
grass and mud in his face mask as he goes back to it. Timely screen here. Tripped up back near the original line of scrimmage. Sims and Brown, the 2 in the backfield as they have been all afternoon. Second down, 8. Cyclones hit it hard. Marcus Neal stepping forward again.
To keep it open. It's been the linebacker room and Marcus Neal. The setup there coming through. It looked like it could be Ryan no, excuse me, that's Cooper Ebel. Coming through and kind of opening up the door, taking 2 blockers. And then Neal comes through to slam it shut. And this is what we talk about before.
Jeff Sims. Taken for a loss. Iowa State still has hope behind Bacon.
Third and final charge, timeout. This will be a 1 minute full timeout.
Third and final timeout there, but Caleb Bacon, the captain, coming and trying to slam the door shut on that attempt to finish things off by Arizona State. But give credit to the ASU offense. They got one first down. They got to the other side of the 2 minute timeout. Now their defense that's been sturdy all day.
12 of 27 for 143 passing. Bell tie shotgun snap. Drives with authority to Chase so well.
Drops penalties that took the touchdown off the board. All undone here in this moment.
And rush again. Eli Green shows up in crunch time. So well the motion man. Becht has a clean platform. Puts it on the hands of his tight end, Burkle. He's cut down in space, but it's a first down to the 39. Dozen left on the play clock as Becht makes his adjustment. Carson Brown flipping sides. Deals middle. And it's Brown to catch. It's Eli Green in motion into the boundary. Hanson in the backfield. Rocco Becht shoots. And it's complete to the sideline. They wind the clock. Sowell giving ground as he goes out of bounds. Becht to extend the game again. On the money. Is it enough? It's not!
After an unbelievable effort on the ground from Jeff Sims.
The SunDevils title defense is still alive. They're bowl eligible as they beat the Cyclones for the second time in 12 months.